Vi ia le li. Whaftai mo le nei tai au fō. Tala whātu le pa ia ma le mamalu si o tātou o tunu. Ia mai se fo i e o lo o maua mai le nei au nanga. Ia o le episode lona lima le nei. Ia e mamoli atu le whaftai fo i nai o tātou uso ma nai o tātou o foi lo maua mai nei po kalame i lātou foi feedback i lunga o le tātou emaili ia o le tātou emaili mua le Silafia ua mua mai le li tina ia Teresa. Thank you Teresa. Thank you for the words of encouragement to help us or help myself to improve. Ia Taftai fo i le tina ia Tiana Fauolo, my New Zealand. Thank you for your support. And all other peoples that I don't remember all your names, but I appreciate your comments and your thumbs up and your likes and everything. Continue to, if you have to share this program so we can continue, because I believe this is a journey, so we can help anybody that needs help out there. As I said, the mission and the vision of this program is to help out people in our community and anybody out there that needs help. So I will like to welcome my two guests today. Faaalu Yuli, ia Maritina, ia Bridget. So talofa lava and welcome.
Well, once again, I'm privileged to be here. After to mo le ya no ono tato le sa amata le venga malanga ale Silafia. So a big thank you for after ile ne ya no ile au maua to all of you who may be listening or on the rerun, on the record. Continue to listen. Continue to grow. Yeah.
Alo, Bridget, vai sau whamtaranga e. Oi, tai o tātou wōwhoi ma ainga o lo. O mai lato ko meni ma lato whaftai le tātou pokalang. E se me te whia.
Ia, whatalo whātu fo ina i o tātou tangata lo langulangu sua mai fo ia le nei fo pokalame. Ne whaawawa i pēr ia whātalta noa ngamata upu fo i le ma whai ona whātalta noa fo i o tātou tangata. Whaftai mo lewa noa i pokalame Silafia.
Ia, nā ua whaafonga mai le mamalo le atunu. Ia, whaftai fo ia te o lua i le whaawanoa ino o lua taimi. E te rua mai ai lunga le nei pokalame tātou talasana noa mi tā upu. Ia, ma fai foi tātou pes me maa ia pe au suru kako pese kaimi ngai e break out the ice.
Fai ngō whie lava.
Mai vai ma fau le lei ma.
Oli si au wala le mawai le tofi le mo. Pese ma lo le lei ma nava. Ma fau a tili ni au wala fafile mo ma
fau ya.
Oli sini ma le au tu ma man la ti foi nei o ne pokalame ole fa maoni maloto mau le tino anganga ma le mafau. Ia fa maoni maloto mau le tino anganga ma le mafau. Fa maoni maloto mau i le ngaluenga ma le feau e mauai le malosi i le olanga o lo sau. Fa maoni maloto mau i le tino anganga ma le mafau.
Whaftai, man. Yo, pisere ya, of course, ika mi whangale, we have like panic, we have anxiety, but and then as Faaalu's mentioned, when we had that first episode, it's all about breathing in, relax your mind. So it will get us from, getting nervous and panic and then we can say wrong things and all that type of stuff. But thank you, Faaalu. I think there is a need for us to tap into that part of our bodies, because I admit I suffer from anxieties and panic attacks, and this is something that growing up, when it comes to mental problems or mental health, because of my upbringing, I thought that doesn't exist until I got hit really, really bad, and that woke me up. I was just absolutely, my broke down. So it took a long time for me to get back to where I am now with help. So anybody out there that experience mental health, it does exist. So I'm telling you, you can go and see professional people. They will actually help you. So it is important for us. As you know, Paul, growing up in our culture, you had that sense of people weren't talking about mental issues.
I think ole tāua ole nei mawhtanga, ole mawhai o na whaasoa. The fact that we are able to share. Awa o nai amatai le malosi o le mawhauwhau. Ole tanu mia o la ngona mawhauwhau le whaisa mau le talanoanga mua lo na lua. Se tu uia la isi tu ai ngā sāwanga le sa talanoa fo ia le usonei. Ai pese o le o maua tōnu ai o taumana tāle longo nei a tātou. Ua maua le si au ngā tāua lava o le mawhauwhau.
Ngā tātou lalo.
Mole o tatau. O le mea o tatau na whai. O le wha lawa I tele, o le tāua. E tāua pālangi o le nervous system. Ai tātou na sā ili e tātou poani upu. E mawhai ai ona whaamatala le nervous system. Sua me se ngana. Awai tala no tātou le digestive system. Le system le tau sami ai tātou. Le system e mānawai. Ai le tala no tātou I le nervous system. Le o mwhai tōnu ai o en whai mai whatale a. Mwhai an tātou mānawa lai titi. Wai se tala no I ai tātou pe o lau saunoanga. E leo se mea ele whape fo I toa ina tātou mātua. Wai le I whaia fo I lātou. Mai le I maua fo I lātou ni ngā ngana. E whaatala noa I nai mea I o emotions o la ngona. O mawhauwhaunga o la ngona lo loto. Ai talu tonu a le whaamalama o whaamoimoe mga luenga fo I malto te leo o le auso o lo o whaia nei ngā luenga. O le toi fo I tua ia malo lo to pause, to stop. Manava. Awa o le manava le maua mai e le malosi. O maloa le malosi o le manava ia wauma. E ia whamaumaunga e whapea e mawhai e le tino na ola I le tolu vai aso. Pe au noa ma le tau mawha. E mawhai e le tino na soifua. A whai e tolu aso ai le o tau mawha le vai without water. 3 days you can last. O le manava. A tolu ia minute. E le maua o le manava. Tolu minute. Ia, wow. Tapuni ia le e wei manava. A le mene o mawhauwhau. E le mawhai o na whaafile mu o tātou mawhauwhau. Mo le tolu se kone. Le la watu le lu I a tātou le talanone. You try it. Pe mawhai o e na e file mu mo le. Pe mawhai na file mu lo mawhauwhau. Just for 3 seconds. You ele whainga tāna na whai o na lai aru lo mawhauwhau te leo isi mea. Le whana o le tatalanoa I tātou le whaataua ina. O le pāleni o le mawhauwhau. E whainga tā, ai mawhai. E wha... For love at Silafia.
So whao popo le vai.
Whataitai.
Bridget. Sa lo wolai fo o ia te tonu o lo tonu mo le tō ainga. Masani na tala noa tanga te mea o ta o le health. I le whonga le mai o le mawhauwhau. Pe se mea fo ina le e mo musu e tala noa I ai. Pe have you experienced any of that?
Yo, o Pe ole me masa ni vien sa o foi Faaalu. O le mata o kule pe o se lu tsau. Ia ainga. A wai o tato I ele o kule pe ulangia. Pe ulangia e fai. Ia ampela ia e tau fio fima vao ai ia nono tia ia langona tangata ia ele ma en mafau e fa leo ai o lato manatu e pe yo le fa tata inga fa pi se tangata se ainga ele ato to le malosi e fa pe e va ia la le ia e pula mai ia mata ia taina ne lava ia o le tino le ato le malosi e pe o faalongo pea ma fai ma me o fa tupu mai ma pe le o moni ma fa maoni ia upu o fa leo a inga ma tangata it's more like a label already labeled au ia fa taile ne tunu o ia fo ile tato malama fa la utile ile malama ia ma to wa vanua fo e tata noa ni mata upo e winga ile le mai ole mafau po le vai ole mafau yeah.
What we ought to find out is my personal experience in the mental health and what actually affected me. It's a health issue, but I pay all the mesaka ola mai when you have a sore stomach or you have other injuries in your body, we tend to jump straight away. But when a discussion about mental health, it's like, are you sure you have mental health? You know, that kind of hesitate. And I had the same feeling. So those are things we need to tap into and talk about it so we can break those barriers and create the safe space. Because I'm learning a lot from our discussion the two episodes. Do you guys want to share a little bit about that? That veil of silence that we need to get through so it can allow us, because we have so many services there, but our people are.
Mali, you know, as you speak, if elangona ina le file mu o le mafau ona o le ua mafai. I feel very peaceful that ele whaingo fie, but we can do it by starting now. We're into our 5th week.
Yeah.
And we're back again to kind of round off to say, well, we've got the services that you will be seeing them in the coming weeks, in the coming months. We're not going to go anywhere. We're going to be here. However, there are things that we would like to talk about ina ia mo lo Silafia, mo lo iloa ma lo Silafia. These are things that must be spoken about. Ai amata ya oe, amata ya matou ne tō te sila mai ai. O le o whaasoa atu with no shame, with no guilt, with no feelings of, oh, what will they say? You know, e whaingoe matou, le whainga tangata. E mua na popole tātou i le whainga tangata, ai whaamuli la ngona lo loto o lo awhaina. E le o whapenala, le langona o au I lo toi o mai nei whaatatala noanga lona 5. Ona oni mea tā ua te tau, ona whaamatala. We need to start lifting that lid. Because we started off strong at the beginning. Matai about domestic violence, sexual assault, suicide, you name it. We will get there. However, o leo wa amata tātou I le mawhai ona fuafua ina I tātou ni awala e whaingo fie ai. And that comes with trust o le whaatotoa ina. Te langona fo e tō tele o lo whaafonga mai o lo ofisilingia. Ia, mea ia, le se meta ngo fo iai. O whatangata ia malona ia ma whauwhau e tō tele tau whai mai ia mātou ia. Of course, sa o le leili nā sau noanga. Ai le o mwhai o na whaalawa I tele ini awala ma whaonga ia whaasoa inga whaapene ma whai ai o na sa ili nisi sau staimin tala nola ia po ani si awala o ani awala o lo whaia. E maua ai le toa fi le mu le sa ili e tātou e wha matala lai titi ai ia ia nisi ia la fou, ia mwhaiana whaasoa. So ma tāua te le ia le fesili, o le whaataua ina o le trust, tari tonuina. Ma le whaataitai, to action. Ia mawhidwhilinga, our choices to do it or not. Tu atua i tangata ia.
Ia whesota inga manisi fo imatanga luenga lo mana o miele that very moment. Awau o te tau sawa atu e au ia ana whaape ia wanua ia i lo utaimia o la iti se o whanau ma o no fufale. O te ilua e le eise whaitua e me whaina tā puni i lo sua eise mea sa o mana o hai. Ai whaapetai nei taimi lo iai nei a wanua ma au o le ele ai fo sa wa uia fa masino ngai fai se ta upu mas fa tano anga se tangata i o te le so soani fa pe wai le tau sa o mai ele ai se fa masino ngai nai tu o le ngaluenga ia ma fe awe fa wa pe
ia mo le tato au mai nei po kana mia o leo mat fatasi martina ia Faaalu ia ma Bridget ona ua ia o lo ngalu lue in the community nei Sydney and western suburbs tele la loa ma tele fo tangata o so swani.
In the years of working in this field, ona o le whaingatai, because it's such a difficult thing for our people to do, the commitment by I Can Strong Families and I Can Window of Hope is to create these safe spaces. To'omanga, saonga le mo. What do these spaces look like? Well, for 5 years now, I've been meeting at the Bandy, at the band club on Great Western Highway in St. Mary's. Nālana amata, the reason why I began that is because as I was going through my cancer treatment, taking care of my mother and my uncle, missing my children who were still in Samoa in America, I needed somewhere to sit and think, away from family, away from my treatment. It was something I did for me. That's why I keep saying, begin with yourself, where you're at. So the idea for I Can Strong Families and I Can Window of Hope, Itutuila currently, is to begin with yourself, to understand why you think the way you think, what am I feeling, what has hurt me, and what are things that I can breathe, I can stop and let go, and to let go. And people might think, oh, you can do that in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to go to the band club to sit there for... my response to that, ole tali pupu atulina, o loa lu ese mai ma se tūlanga o lo e ai, tā ua le nofofi le mu. So that's the concept behind safe spaces. I tua atu o le to'omanga saonga le mu. O lo la asia o se sila asanga mwhai eno e te ese mwhai eno e nofo mai mawhauwhau ma e tatalo ma tue whaamalosi ia lo tino, lo wanganga, ma lo mawhauwhau. Very simple. So if pena la o se mea lava o lo mwhai o na whausia ai ia ni ia pe ni whaavai o le malolo manava mai mawhauwhau. Ia, mwhai o i tono lo ainga. O mea nai tolu e amatai pe ni me whainga luenga. These are just tools. Me whainga luenga whapea, lo mai tai ia po, ele mwhaintu ese o le tele me le mwhai o tu e au. Well, I want to tell ngalue I le tele o mau mea tu. Don't work on all of these things that are creating tension or stress. Pick one thing. Na amatai la I na tasi me amatai. Ona whaonga I lola I o whisota inga, ma whaasoa inga whapene, e sa ili ai to look for other choices that you may want. O te tonu foi o mea na o le la amata nei, o na ngaluea ina e le Silafia, o le whaanga solo mai loa. Le sa tātana noa iai, I le tamale sa ili ese sosoani mai a oe. O le ua o mai I nei Polkalame, o se mea na e lango na ina. Mai le whisota inga na, so connections are very important. Tā ua te le whisota inga. A wane mana tu mama iai. Ma le whausia o isi whisota inga, building on those connections. Pe o leo ngā, ne nā o le ngā duenga a le whaamalamo, whaamoemoe. Ma le I can. It's just building connections, but starting with yourself first.
Lord, Faaalu. So now you mentioned the connection, and in our first episode, you highlighted the fragmented the service out there. There's no connection. Like you have all these services, and you have organizations, big organizations like the church and the school. So I want to ask the question, because this organization, there's a lot of people in our area. That's where they go, and that's where you find them the most times. What are the challenges as like a social worker? Let's say, for instance, I want to approach the minister of a church to talk about some mental issues or some program. Do you guys have any challenges that you face? Are there any connections there, or
more disconnections than connections?
More disconnections than connections.
More disconnections. We're going to be frank now. And I talk and I speak o te tautala mat whaaloalo ono o mawhaina o vaia e le ngata I nei. I oi Samoa. A leo toi foi mai foi I nei. E le senga. There's still a disconnect. E tele taimi e whai ei meo into multidisciplinary approaches, interagency, collaborative efforts. Wonderful words. Fantastic vision. Ai au mai I le lau e amatana tala noa na whato ai loa ai la I era fe ese a inga. O loo iai, ai loo tala noa iai. So that's a good question that you ask. I le ngā solo mai o le awhainga ruenga o le ao mai I le Silafia. A tono la silingia fo I a lato. Walo to tele o e o lo ngā solo mai. Some of them had community organizations like the Pacific Island Network, Pacific Island Businesses, Pacific Island. Matua I mautu lava ia tino or bodies that are there. But I to fisilingia po fisotai, po ani fisotai inga o faia ntala noi mata upu ia le langa mai o e moe o lo mana o mia ni fisosoani. Te langona o inae mau o mai el tali pe ai sea. Ia ila wa vai male loto mau lalo. E ala ona tupu ia nei e ta o palangi, we work in silos. Pe me foi na le tu saito e sel tu le me tu o ia saito I se me tu io e ta foi ese uma ai le o mau se awala mfai ona tufa uma ia le manuia le moe o lo mana omia and it o se mea fo a o se tūlanga e ao o na tātou tala noa lo iai. Wa a iai ia lau whaalaput putonga. E iai lau whaalaput putonga. E iai lau whaalaput putonga, Bridget. E se a tātou manu lau ti. We have different visions. Ai tutusa ia tangata ia tau te o fia fisosoani. A iai la se meo te le fia ia oe. Whaingo fia te le I tātou tangata whapea. Ia lei mea uma. Ai tua atu. O loo iai lea, wa yo le fia whainga ruenga matanga. So, once again, trust. O lea a vea mea o laile o mawhai ona tala noa ina iai. E whai ma mea e whai e. Pesa ola taita. That's what I see. That's what continues this disconnect. O mea whapena I tutupu mai. Ia ona aloa iala ia whapena e leisi taimi tu mwhai ona whaaleleia, ma tu fisotai. Ma whetari tonu ai I whainga o tātou ngā luenga. Ia matu maua iala I o le veil.
It just go up and then
it's parasi mai whaka o mea o lai tutupu ma o lo tutupu pea. But name it. You have to name it. You have to stop. You have to say, I'm sorry. A whai o ese mea that I have done to upset you. let us talk about it now. Tatala noa iai ma ave ese whaawau tato ngā luenga. O te tonu o le fofo le nā. O lo o unga lue iai i la wau unga lue o le mau ni awala mwhai ona whaafai ngofie. Na toe iai ia ni fisota inga whapena. Whaafai ngofie ngā lue whaatasi le tala noa iai tato. La vaia fo i ngā solo mai o e o lo ngā lue tono o le community i ne vai taimi. Very excited. Awa luas fulu toru sulta sanga previously le ia ni au nanga le o ia vai taimi nei ala officially. O tato fisotai o le leile tato ngā lulue. O whape i le vainga mai a tangata lai whatupea o tato ngā luenga. Po o tato whatau nuu. Pena o le whatau nuu. I le vainga tangata ai le o tala noa lo loto I meo lo tala noa iai. Those are my thoughts, Ken. It's a great question.
I just want to let everybody know, this is not church politics or anything like that. You know, as I said from the beginning, this came about because of that man. You know, I couldn't believe how far, you know, he actually went just to get help. And so he went through all this, which is the sad thing is these services are available. You know what I mean? But you say maybe they're not connecting. They're not connecting.
Could be doing a better job.
I start to see the big picture now. You guys are painting the picture. And I'm starting, you know, for ole mea le upasa mo le utema wa ite whanua lalo. Picture speaks 1,000 words. Your role in the community is to connect the services with the help of the organization.
Yeah, I can. Remember I said 2 weeks ago or 3, maybe now, I can is not just an acronym. I can because we can. We can do this. 100% we can do this. But I can means we have to work together, integrated. We have to really work together, not just look as if we're integrating, but we have to, you know, take off those old ways of practice and come together in an integrated way to work. We have to be committed. Don't awole few. Awole le fia lo ape o musu. Don't give up. Is what we're saying in I Can Strong Families. Integrated commitment. We must work together with a commitment for action. Integrated commitment to action. Not just talking, you got to move on this. How does it look? Well, you said 5 years you thought about it and then you acted on it and said, let's do this. Okay, now you're doing it. And the N is for nurturing. Is to take care of ourselves with love, kindness, compassion, grace. Offer that as we go to do our work. So that's I Can. That's the heart of I Can. Window of Hope and Strong Families.
And those are the values you talk about, you know, values, because as we grow and live in this world, things change, you know. And sometimes we have to go with the change. We can't just stick, you know, that's the reason why they have the Old Testament and the New Testament. You know what I mean? We cannot just stay in the past. We pick the good things and we carry with us and learn about new things with journey. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask Bridget with your service. You want to elaborate on your service and what's your service called?
So my service name, it's about ilingaluenga lotina. O lotina sa whaingaluenga fui se vai taimi mo le matangaluenga o anganu. I Samoa, like sports, youth and culture. Le wasuine o le Ministry of Education, Sports and Culture, I think. Sa whialua ilo tina e aveia e whaialanga mea taulima ma whaia o ngai nu utua. I nai tina ia i na lato o mea taulima i sue le halanga atupe. E whiso soani e tausti o lato a inga ma whanau. So lo e whaia sina levana o mawhawhaui. So I came about with a band of love, taulima o le alofa.
Oh, nice, nice.
Awa fo I mea alofa ia lotina o mea taulima. Arts and crafts and Ua whaamanu ina fo I le ngata ia te au man matou a inga lau tele I le ngaluenga si o tina. Ia e peila I mawhai o avea ia o li ma whaatau wa e au nā tuai I le tatou tangata anō. Pea mana o mia fisosoani so o upu. I so o se matanga luenga a whai fo I whafo atu o launga luenga I le mawhaina o fisosoani. E iai fo tangata I mawhaina fiso o tai atu iai pion sa o leo so ia Faaalu. Le tā ua o le fiso o ta inga. E ofo atu fo I lato au nanga. Pe mawhaina fiso o tai iai oi. E fisosoani mai fo I le au nanga.
Band of
Love.
Band of Love.
Tau lima o le alofa.
Tau lima o le alofa. Le la watu sfatai ta inga I lau fisilian au mai this disconnect that we talk about. Le la watu te le tau sanga o ngā lulu e whatasia ma o matina. A leo o mwhai o na tu ese isi tūlanga. A le la whapea atu. Oh, Band of Love. O solulu uma. We sit and we're very quiet. Whai ai nisi o mai e mana na o. If you're nofo malalanga ni lato, whatever, would you be available to come and offer that services? Mo e o lo mana o mia. Answer is yes or no. Right?
Yeah, it's definitely a...
It's a definitely yes.
Yeah,
Why
there you go.
ele whapea na ole.
Ring the bell.
It's a definitely yes. Why ele whapea na ole. E ole ai ma sani na whaita ua tasile tūla ia whaiwhi o whaafungafunga mai nisi o tātou tangata. No o ia po o nisi lava o niau fo I wō mai e māsani. E tasile tūla e whaile mata upu male I tūla e tūsalawa pite a whio mai a whai te le whia tautala noa. Tātou nofo. Taulava na e titilo mai iele peaceful for yourself. Tātou whaasoa, you know, the best conversation is the quiet conversation. Yeah.
So le winga na le mai le nei vai aso le lopo la sisi vai tai me toi o mai ta o le la nga solo mai a fanga winga e le mana tua la yo ta o ia o nai ma o ia le fa mala mo fa mo boy ma le Band of Love. Ai o le o mfai ona avatus fatai ta inga mo le Silafia. Which we're not just talking, we're going to offer you solutions. We're not just going to be say, oh yeah, those guys, they don't do the work. Or those guys, you know, they need to do this. No, we said we'll do it with love, with compassion, with forgiveness, with restoration, and transforming the way that we work. It's really simple. Not asking for money. We're just asking for us to stop, to breathe, to think about the work that you've been called to do. You've been called to do this. I've been called to do something different. Bridget is called to do something different. But we're making those connections and we're committing to these connections for those that are going to be asking or not. Because if you don't need it, good for you. But if you do, it's there.
Thank you. You know, I'm very I'm very grateful, you know, if it's the right way that I can see we start making a step, you know, one step. Now, we talked about a lot in the last 4 weeks.
Yes.
But now the actions, we just have to wait and see if the action, if there's no one there, it's there anyway. You know, no one there is there anyway. So I just want to remind all our viewers that live in this area, the Blacktown and the Penrith area. The band club is on Great and Western Highway. What days are you? Wednesdays and what?
12 noon, 1 hour.
1 hour, 12 noon. Yeah. If you want to pop in just to see the girls, or even shake hands with the girl.
Read a book.
Or bring your whatever you want. Forms. You have forms to fill. This lady here will help you fill up the forms and everything. So it's good to hear that with your services. There are different ways that we can serve our people, give back to the community. So thank you both. So this is the moment because I made a promise, and then we talk about violence in one. I believe it's an issue we need to continue talking about it. So this is the moment I want to ring the bell. But before I do, Bridget, you share, you know, what you talk about. And I was very blessed with your sharing with how you talk early with your kids about sex. You know, I want to say that out there. The age of 10 that you have that. Was this idea with you from the beginning, or is this something that you somebody advise you to start doing those talks with your not even your daughters, but you also talk about sex with your sons?
Ia, o le tāua e o le fesili, ma o le fesili fo i lea, e langa I manatu nana atia, i le mata opu. Awa o le manatu lea, sa na whanau mai I le matou sharing, po le whaasoa ino manatu, mana isi fo tina sa matou o ngā whaatasi. Ia. Ele ngata iai fo ina tina sa o fo tūlanga fo yo lato o victims o le, rape/child abuse or sex abuse. Yeah, na leo se manatu mato a whaatal noa mal whaasoa. E pe o le age leo le tausanga se fululu tausanga tamaiti te mo matana matala le mafau fo ile e sui le tino sui e mala taimi tonua le fa no ai fo ima ma ele va pese awai ma pe e fa amautu ai ile mafau fo tamaiti e wai no fo e upo e tautala I la to matua pe ote ngia po le ala ma le awai e no fo ile pe ase full tausanga e o le la sa tala ele no o te tautala openly I la whana I winga I le puipuinga ma lato saunga le mu e le ngata I tono le mātou la waainga a o nisi fo I o tangata asiasi mai ma tangata o mātou ainga lautele I asiasi mai I le mātou fale a wau o la whana o tene I have to make sure my own children are safe in their home. In fact, most of the sexual violence or sexual abuse that is happening or has happened or had happened, it happens in their children's safe space in their own homes. So it's a ua o le whamanatu, ma le whangu pia I tato whana, o le tā ua o le o pāpui pui I mea te taona tala noa. I o la ui tau tala I la whanau I a mata mai I lato lava, e pe o teine elena o teine fo I matama. Le tā ua le tā o le whainga o lava, pe a mai tangata. E asi mai o lato whale. Ia. Sa e iai fo lau tano I lau whanau tama o whaasoro na matua lau whanau tama. E iai fo lau tala noa iai e tā ua le o mai o lato o tama I le mato whale. E wawa ai o lato tō whawhine. Ele whaatanga ina o na moe se wo sese o lau whanau tama I le mato whale. O na tūlanga la wale ai pui le whanau tene. E mai pui fo ia wai e fo se o tama la I titi atu. A wala tele o neime tutupu. E tutupu a le o tangata o ainga. O tangata la vai wa maasani I tutono o le whale ma maasani I la o whanau. Wa pay like some family become families. Friends become families. O wa maafana le mafutanga ma tato o whanau. Ia o lauia o le whautuanga le ma taltanua. O ane ia ini pui tato talanua ai tato whanau. Tene ma tato whanau tama e winga I le tā ua le puipuinga ma le saunga le mua tato la whanau. I tono o lo lava loto I whale.
So Vinina, I'll ring the bell.
Indeed. Time.
Yeah, e ilo wakali. E ole ula hula, he smokes those vapes. Do you talk to your son at that age about smoking and drugs too? I think because it's a big thing, drugs now. Is that the age you should be talking to your kids about?
Well, afui. E sao le o le mata upsu le whaapia e ini pui ma se taimi whaatulanga ina. So se taimi la wetala noa. E lau tama walus fulua tausanga. Ia, le whaafunga mai wātu fo ia le whaafunga ana. Ia le asa pati. E le motu le ula o le vape. Taimi uma e miti. Au lau ia I loa iai. Sa mātala noa ma se au tama I lisi aso. E peo se mele toa iai fo ile le file muanga ona la ea onga. E peo se me toa ele ma fau. Ia o tato I fo ele mata upun tato talanua ina nei lava. Ile mai ole ma fau. le te o mai nei mea ma e pe ole me a tonu e se me mama whare mawhawhau, like a mental health and other stuff that's, you know, suppressing in underneath the core of the issues. E pe ole me le to o le mawhawhau o le topi o le ula o le vape.
Te roa la kari lau ka. O le usu o le pese lea. O le usu o le pese lea.
Whamaoni mo
Whamaoni no tama. A wale ula le veipa. Whai te rea watu po le pese ai. O le veipa, you know, to me, it's harm. You know, I was a smoker myself. I'm talking from experience. I used to smoke. I started smoking at 12 years old. We thought, as you say, it goes back to value and choices that we make in life. You know, me, I'm talking from experience as a smoker. It's not a good thing. You know, I'm telling you, I'm not an expert in the mapofau and everything like that, but smoking is not a good thing. There are other methods that we can learn how to relieve the pressure, like, you know, kaunga approach. I don't encourage anybody to smoke any of that vape stuff or anything, but I would say it's a choice. The kids are old enough to make their choice. But ele tua ele tata longo pe o le matua I ele whanau e a watu a tau longo. Because I was the same. Well, for some kami kiki for you, and I know exactly. So it is important for us to, as you say, conversations, dialogue, open conversation.
And I think if you look at it from the other side of what I'm hearing you with our children, well, the most important thing is that you're having that dialogue, that you're talking about it, rather than not knowing at all whether they are or not, whether it be vape or sex or whatever else. Our children have way more choices now than we ever did.
Yeah.
So our job is to create those nurturing relationships so that they feel safe enough to come and talk to us rather than not at all. So it's a good thing to have these conversations. I always think, let's just keep talking about it and create within our own families, create those safe spaces within our own family. Ask ourselves as parents, do I have a safe, are my children? Because if you think about suicide, mental health, and all of those other symptoms of not being well in our nervous systems, then you would have to say that is the last choice that person has, is to take their own life. It's a sad reflection if we're in a culture that encourages family and prayer and going to church. We really think we're a community, and yet in the 70s, 80s, we had the highest suicide rates in both Samoas. Then that's a sign that those people, one is too many to lose. We should have, we now should be thinking very clearly. It's day and night, death and life. That's all we have to talk about. We're only in this space for a very short time. What are we using it on? We're just going to keep talking. And putting the Band-Aids on us, send them to prison, send them to mental health institutions. I think we have to start questioning, and I would say that those are the things that you would be talking about here at Silafia. Do you know? Do you know yourself first, and the trauma that you come with, that you're going to hand on to your own children and the next generation and the next generation? But we've touched upon that. Don't be scared. I will fit. Well, welcome it. We're going to start talking about it. There's nothing to be scared of. We will get there bit by bit. And let me know when you're ready, and I'll sing the song again. I'll just keep singing.
And before we I le usuina tatou pese o le
is it time already?
Ma le filemu. Yeah, for all the listeners out there, just want to let you know there is a mental health line that is available anytime. It's I'll give you the number. It's 1-800-011-511. So
we will put that on the screen. Nick will put that number on the screen. Thanks. Do you know any Samoan people that we can like sort of connect? So the services for the non-speaking English people can easily access that you're aware of?
The line will tell you
To
that.
tell that,
Yeah.
I think so.
I think because
It's a national
yeah, whoever the lines will give you the language and the resources that are there to tap into. So it's a beginning. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for taking your time, and I want to see you guys again in the future a fair bit. There's a lot of now we touch a little bit on the health issue, and also maybe we can talk other things like suicidals and all those stuff. But as for Faaalu saying, we just go with we just pedaling slowly, absorbing, and then make sure those actions are followed at the same time as we move on, because we don't want to talk too fast, and then we end up there, and then we look back, it's nothing happening behind us, or even nothing happening. We want those actions. We want those actions. And Silafia have the faith in services we have now, and move forward from this mission of actually connecting those services and make sure that the vision of this program achieved, so that everybody will have the what do you call, the connection, and have the same opportunities. The program is for the people that needed help, like that old man. That old man touched my heart, and he's the driving force behind this journey that we're actually putting through. It was sad for me to feel like he fell through all this to get to that far, but knowing there are services, thank God for that. But for those people that really do need help, that's the main purpose of this show. Bless you two both. Continue the service that you provide for our community, and we're going to put all the information on the screen. So make sure that your services are. But if you have any issues of contacting these two lovely ladies, Silafia's email, drop us an email, and then I will respond. So
what's the email?
So the email will be on the screen. So everything will be on the screen. So you want to sing a song again? We only got 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Well,
or you want to have
for a long time.
You want to have us say something? You want us to add on to?
No, I just wanted to say thank you for having us. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having us both, because we do work collaboratively all the time. And just to say, to remind people, mantua, for you to take care of yourself first. Get lots of rest, stop, breathe, think. Take the time to do that. We do need it. We cannot pour into somebody else's cup if our cup is not full as well, or we're not well. And then to think about those areas we spoke about a while back, and just thinking about your health, your wealth, and healthy relationships. So just those 3 areas in itself. It's a good place to start. And that's really all I have to add to the last, and hope that we will be back. Silafia will always be here.
Yeah, some good news. I've been contacted by a group of ladies, women, with a women group. They are doing what you guys doing. So there will be potential guests on the show, so they will come in and discuss whatever they wish to discuss in helping the community. So I'm just a messenger. Well, the services and everything I can do whatever you guys want me to do. But I would like to take this opportunity to thank yourselves, and also thank our viewers. If anything that I say that offended you, I apologize. Ia vea le nei tūla o te pomori atu ale whawhatai e le mamalu o le atunuu. Ia mai se fo i e olo maua mai le nei polokalame. Ia se upu fo i ua sala, po se upu fo i ua le tamali i lau whawhafonga. Ia whamangalo mai lo tangata o le au tū ma le ano lava o le mau o le fisoswani fo i lea ina ia maua i tātou tangata le awa no tutusa. Ia ai manuia tele le nei vai asa mo le ia sapati a la whai i watu le mātou episode le mātou pese.
Alo, whaftai. Ia wha maoni maloto mau, le tino anganga ma le mawhawhau. Wha maoni maloto mau, le ngaluenga ma le wheau. E mawai le malosi, i le o langa o lo o sau. Wha maoni maloto mau, i le tino anganga ma le mawhawhau. Soifua.
Soifua o na Yesu, paftai.